Basically, the Generation Next idea came about just as I've had a number of discussions with a few people within the scene about young people and making grime, and how they must feel like they don't really have a lot of avenues where they can be heard and their talent can be showcased, because you've got like hardly any pirate radio stations anymore, which means only sort of recognised MCs are able to go on there. There's no real youth clubs anymore where, you know, young people used to be able to go and spit and do sets, and there's hardly any events where like young people used to be able to go down and perform. So I thought it was very important to, you know, give people an opportunity to grasp for themselves, because really the whole thing about Generation Next is you just go out, record your track, send it in, and you've got as good a chance as anyone else. Like, if your track's good, then it will make it on there. And we got, you know, around about 50 or so entries, from some names that I recognised and some names that were completely new to me as well. We did it over the Easter holidays so that, you know, the under-18s actually had an opportunity for 2 weeks to go studio and take the time to write and record something. And yeah, I'm really happy with the response. Everyone's been really positive about it. You know, it's good to see something's being done for the kids, the next generation of MCs that want to try and have a go at doing grime. So that was the aim, really, to be honest with you, Generation Next, just to give people the power to showcase their own talent and get recognised. I think it's more about consistency than anything, because you get people that are talented and they just give up very, very quickly. They get disheartened quickly. But the guys that are coming through now, they really have sort of taken the time to, you know, stick with it. They've been turning up to do whatever sets they can, work with whoever they can, and networked online through Twitter, even through Facebook and MySpace before it, to get working relationships with new producers, you know, young and up-and-coming producers as well that are trying to get recognised. And you're seeing them come through together. You know, you're seeing obviously C4 and Predator's a great example. You know, the fact that they're brothers helps as well. But even looking at like Family Tree and FaZe Miyake and Kozzy, obviously they've worked together, and you're hearing music come through from a good producer with good MCs, and they're both new, and it just multiplies through. So it's really good to network. And obviously with the internet now, it's a lot easier to network with people across the country. Say when we started doing grime in like 2002, 2003, you only really, you know, could reach out to people within the immediate area. Now you can find producers from the Midlands, you know, up north, even in different countries that are making beats that you might want to work with, and they're equally as interested in pushing themselves as much as you want to push yourself. They're in the same boat. They're trying to get recognised as well. And I think, you know, all the tools are there to do it yourself. You can, you know, have your own YouTube channel, do your own mail outs and press, get your own mailing list, have your own website, get your own website built, Twitter, Facebook, Ustreams even, all that stuff. If you're doing that, and, you know, SoundCloud and other such sites where you can have, you know, free downloads, sell stuff yourself through Big Cartel, you know, it makes it a lot easier if you're willing to put the time and effort into it. So obviously the opportunities are a lot more limited, but for the people that are very serious about it, the tools are there to solve that problem. I mean, things like Generation Next, where artists are able to just be on a platform, get endorsed by someone that people know, and they're going to get heard. Really, I can imagine that for a lot of young MCs, they feel that if they just put their music up there, no one's going to care, because there's another 500 MCs putting their tunes up there. But to have a name endorsing them, in this case it's my name, but it might be, you know, Rinse FM, it might be Deja Vu, Diesel, it might be OGs or Boy Better Know or whoever, it might be a certain producer, it might be any sort of recognisable name attached, generally helps people pay attention. That's just how we are. We're naturally like that. We're going to care more about something that we already recognise and already know than we are about something completely brand new and untested. That's just how humans work. So those things are there. I think the power's with them, really. The people that do the most stuff themselves are the ones that get through the most. I would like to see more big name artists just doing more grime in general, and if they work with newer acts, then that's great. But to be honest with you, I'd like to see the big name artists working with the names that are just coming through in the grime scene now. You know, it'd be great to see guys like Screw Fizzer. He's getting loads of features on good remixes. Guys like Cozzy, Murky Ace, Socks, like they're working, and they're obviously known to a lot of people already, but they're not known to way more. They've still got so far to go. So you know, it's great that they're working. I don't really expect a huge name artist to work with a completely brand new one. That doesn't really happen unless, you know, they're a friend of a friend or related or what have you, because it just, you know, it doesn't really make sense. A big name artist working closely with a completely new name. But I would definitely like to see more big name artists taking interest. Like for example, we filmed an after hours session today with Teddy and a bunch of the MCs from the Hoods Up track. And Getz mentioned that, you know, he really liked what I was doing, the Generation Next thing, and inquired, you know, about who was on there, and you know, we sorted him out a copy of it because he wanted to hear. You know, he's always interested in MC talent. I know like guys like Wiley as well voraciously consumes YouTube videos and new music from people because he wants to know what's going on as well. It'd be great if more people sort of had that attitude of paying attention to what's going in grime rather than paying attention to what's, you know, above them and how they can continue to climb and rise. You know, it'd be interesting for them to sort of look down again and sort of take stock of what's going on in the grime scene and just really stay in touch. Generation Next project, there was two people that I really wanted to get involved in it anyway, and that was Novelist and Cast from Liverpool. They're two MCs that I've seen myself already, and you know, are well aware of their talent, and I definitely wanted them involved with this project. I think for any artist that wants to make a name for themselves, the most important thing is to really provide something different. You know, don't do the same thing as everyone else. Don't model yourself after everyone. Look at other people that have been successful and see how that can apply to you. But you know, don't try and be the next whoever. Try and do something that no one's doing. That way, you've got a niche. You've got a unique selling point. And if you're good, then you know, people are going to have to come to you for that thing. You know, you'll get recognised eventually for that thing that you do. And you know, the more unique you can be, the better. I think the more diverse the music is, the better it is for grime. I'm really looking forward to seeing people trying new and different things, because there was a bit of a problem between, say, 2008 and 2010 of people having very similar styles in terms of MCing, and the beats getting sort of quite similar as well. And now there's starting to be more diversity, and I hope that continues. So I would say if you want to get noticed, the best thing to do is do something different to what everyone else is doing. Trying to be unique. Don't try and make something that sounds exactly like someone else, because you know, you'll just get accepted. You won't be people won't be genuinely interested in you. They'll just think, yeah, that what you make, that's all right. Yeah, you're decent, but they won't think, I need to be working with you. Okay, Generation Next, to be honest with you, was just an idea I had off the top of my head, but judging by the response not only from the people that have entered, but just everyone in general in the scene and the public, I've decided to do one every 4 months. That way, you know, when you listen back to maybe your own tracks, or you are an under 18 MC and you listen to Generation Next, you weren't on there because you didn't get your track in time, and think, I'm definitely better than this person that's on that CD. Make sure that you get one in for the next time. We're doing another one in August, so that will be during the summer holidays. You should definitely have time. But we're going to try and do 3 a year, every 4 months. So one at Easter, one during the summer, and one during the Christmas holidays, so that you've always got, you know, the time. I don't want anyone to be neglecting their education and their studies to do music, because I think that's a terrible shame. So when you've got the free time, get in the studio during the summer, write your bars, write a good song, try and find yourself a winning beat, and just lay down your best stuff and send in your best 3 tracks. Again, we'll be promoting it online. So if you don't follow me on Twitter at DJ Logan Sama. And again, it will all be promoted through Kiss and Weru Music, and yeah, we'll just do more bigger and better things. We're trying to even do more stuff now. Obviously, we're doing these interviews. We're going to try and speak to some of the young people that are involved on the mixtape and get some freestyles, maybe even try and do some sets with them, and just try and give them more promotion. Because I don't want it to be a one-off effort and then that's it, generation next, I was on there and I'm going to sit down. I want to keep them working, and that's the most important thing. Try and at least make sure we're doing one new thing every month, be it a new freestyle, a new single, a new video, even a new mixtape or an EP, whatever. Just try and be consistent and stay at the forefront of people's thoughts. The more stuff you can do, the better, because more people will notice you. Right now you can get that on my blog on Kiss FM, which is kissfmuk.com/Logan, or you can get it from my personal blog, which is keepingitgrimy.blogspot.com. And of course I post this link up all the time on my Twitter, so just follow me on Twitter at DJ Logan Sama, and if you're on Facebook it's the same thing, DJ Logan Sama on Facebook.